NAK cells go up during infection. Yes, natural killer cells can increase in number and activity during an infection. NK cells are a type of white blood cells that are part of the innate immune system, which provides the first line of defense against infections. How do they go up? The number and the activity of natural killer cells can increase during infection as part of the body's immune response. There's multiple ways this can happen. It can happen. Um, I mean, how do they go up? There's multiple ways this can happen. Activation by cytokines. Cytokines are signaling molecules that are released by cells of the immune system in response to an infection. Certain cytokines, such as interleukin negative 2 or IL-2, or not negative 2, interleukin 2, interleukin 12, and interleukin 15.
IL-2 is also fine.
Okay. Can activate NK cells and cause them to increase in number and activity. Um, Recognition of infection cells. NK cells are able to recognize and destroy cells that have been infected by a virus or other pathogen. This recognition can lead to the activation and proliferation of NK cells. Interaction with other immune cells. NK cells can interact with other cells of the immune system, such as dendritic cells, macrophages,
Pages.
phages,
Pages.
and T cells. These interactions, also thank you, can lead to the activation and proliferation of NK cells. Epigenetic changes, which are modifications to DNA that do not alter the genetic code, can also play a role in the act.
Wait, oh, okay. I thought you were switching subjects from NK cells.
No, can also play a role in the activation of NK cells during an infection. Um, by how much? The increase in natural killer cells during an infection can vary depending on the type and severity of the infection as well as the individual's immune system. However, studies have shown that during some infection, the number of NK cells in the blood can increase by several fold. For example, during an acute viral infection, such as with the influenza virus or herpes simplex virus, the number of circulating NK cells in the blood can increase by up to tenfold. Similarly, during bacterial infections such as with Mycobacterium tuberculosis, the number of NK cells in the blood can increase by up to 2 to 3 fold. An increase of tenfold in the number of cells means that the number of cells is 10 times greater than the original number of cells. To calculate the percentage increase, you can use a Fallopian formula. So, for example, you can use like a percentage increase of like the the old value, and like you multiply it by like 100 percentage. So, for example, let's say you have like 100, right? And you multiply it by like 100 percentage, you're gonna have like 900 percentage. So that will be like tenfold.
No, that's not how. That's not how it works.
Wait, sure.
Yeah.
For example, what? I mean, that's what I found. Like, what? Are you
Okay. Okay.
okay?
If
So
if
if
you
the
have 100 NK cells and you get 100% increase in NK cells, you end up with 200 NK cells because 100% of NK cells that you do have is 100.
okay,
And if you increase them by 100%, that means you increase them by 100 NK
I mean,
cells. And
what I found this was, for example, like if you have 100 NK cells, and it's increased by tenfold, it will be like 1,000 during an infection.
yeah, so 100 tenfold is 1,000.
Yeah.
But okay, if 100% is 100 NK cells, how many percent is 900 NK cells? Because you're increasing by 900 NK cells to get to 1000.
Yeah, but like,
It's actually it's 900%.
yeah, that's what I said. Not like 900 percentage. Like you're making the your
No,
multiple.
you said 100%. You said tenfold is 100%. You
No, no,
multiplied
no.
by you said fucking no, you said you multiplied by 100%.
Uh,
Yeah, those were your words.
uh,
Because I was like, no, yeah, that's definitely not right.
yeah, I am about. Uh,
It's fine, doesn't matter. It all makes sense. Like I
yeah,
get
yeah.
it. Tenfold is tenfold.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I made a mistake there, but yeah, basically, if you have like, you know, 100, and then you get they multiply it by tenfold, it will be like 1,000.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Okay.
like it's like 900% increase or so.
Uh, I think it'll be good if you take a look at this one, but okay, well, adrenaline and noradrenaline, like the charts, I found them for like the forest in the male and the city in the male, like the charts, and
Yeah,
basically,
if you wanna share the screen, I'll look at them.
okay,
But I mean, seeing that it can fucking jump tenfold, I'm pretty fucking sure that walking in the forest just gets you a whole bunch of like little infections that your body, works on fucking removing.
huh?
To be honest, I'm pretty sure of that. It's not a good increase in NK cells, I think.
Yeah. Let me pause it. Hold on. Green.
Yeah, I see.
So this one is for A is for forest male, B is for city male, and these two, and D is for C is for female forest, and D is for female city. So the important two ones are these ones, which is A forest male and B city male.
Wait. What is it?
Adrenaline and
What's
noradrenaline.
value on? What is it? The glutamine.
No, no, no. Adrenaline and noradrenaline.
Oh, adrenaline.
Adrenaline and noradrenaline. Yes.
Adrenaline.
Yeah,
Yeah.
adrenaline.
Okay. Wait. So.
This one is
Okay,
male forest. This one is B city male. And effect of forest bathing trip on adrenaline and adrenaline concentration if urine. Effect of forest bathing trip on urinary adrenaline concentration in male subjects. Uh, e- and B effect of city trip on urinary adrenaline concentration in male subjects.
weird. Um. What?
And like I told you
Adrenaline.
yesterday, noradrenaline, like
What is it?
when your levels are lower, you're more like in ease, like less agitated, more calm.
I mean, I've heard some good things about it. Like so when you get a cold shower, your adrenaline increases, and that's like one of the benefits of a cold shower is that you become more alert because you have more adrenaline. And the dopamine is actually made from adrenaline. So if you don't have adrenaline, you don't have dopamine.
I mean,
um,
but I don't think
int-
anyone goes on a walk to the forest or on a walk to get pumped up unless you're like doing cardio or exercising or whatnot. Like, yeah,
how to get motivated?
yeah.
Maybe not to get motivated.
I mean,
But
yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, I mean, so is this adrenaline or noradrenaline, or do you know?
It uses like both. I think they measure
I
both
mean,
into
it's
one. That's the only
I don't
chart that
know
there
how.
was.
I don't think. Yeah, but I don't think you can combine them into like one chemical. Like if they're two different chemical compounds. I mean, they're related, I guess. I mean, like if one goes up, I'm guessing the other one also goes up.
Yeah.
Um, Interesting. Wait, what's Yeah, it goes from 0 to 5. Is that the scale?
Zero to five. Well, 0 to 6. Top is 6. And for woman, it was significantly higher. For woman, it was 0 to fucking 10.
Yeah, like it like a huge effect. Interesting. Yeah, but I'm not 100% sure if like a person wants to get rid of his adrenaline or not. But
I mean,
uh,
as
yeah,
someone that
it's a good
walks and
question.
works out, I think that I have two perspectives, or like I approach both things differently. For example, if I want to work out, right, I want to get pumped up. If I want to gonna walk, I want to be relaxed and chill. I mean, as someone
You,
that,
you do city walking though, right?
well, it's kind of like suburb sort of thing area, sort of thing. Not like forest, but like, yeah, it's not like forest. There's like some sort of park that I like to go. And it's not really
Yeah,
considered a forest, but
it's
it's
very
like a park.
very man-made.
Yeah.
But I mean, here you're not talking about like you in a particular hour. Like that's like for the entire day after the forest part, your adrenaline is going to be half.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah,
uh,
as someone that has been like, doing that constantly, I say that, that's what I'm looking forwards when I'm going on a walk. I don't want to get pumped up. I just want to relax, chill, listen to music, immerse myself. Meanwhile, if I'm going on a jogging session or like I'm doing cardio or like working out, I just want to get like pumped up, like accelerated, ready to fucking
yeah,
feel
but
energetic, the
that's
adrenaline rushing through my fucking veins.
that's a very short term you're talking about, like within like a couple hours or so. Where here you don't get the choice. You get low adrenaline and m- but the potentially low dopamine, low motivation for the entire day.
Hmm.
Like from when you wake up until you go to sleep, it does like you want to work out, but you have low adrenaline and like you don't get a choice in it. You only get half adrenaline for anything you do like during the day after the walk in the forest and the entire next day.
I think that I mean, in my opinion, obviously, not scientifically speaking, I think that like my body sort of like acclimatizes to what I'm up to, like do, like what I'm gonna do, like if I'm supposed to work out, right, and then I start doing it, even if I feel like shitty. I don't know if I have told you before, even if I feel fatigued or whatnot, like the first 10 minutes is like pain in the ass, but then after that I started getting like all motivated, and I feel the same sensation, like I feel like the same sort of
Yeah.
like adrenaline rush, happiness of like working out. So I
Yeah,
think that you gotta like sort of like measure that, or like um um have consciousness of how your body feels, how your mind feels mid workout or mid walk, otherwise you're not gonna be able to like, you know tell the difference if you approach the the walk or the workout as like, oh fuck, right now I'm feeling tired, or oh fuck, right now I feel like very fucking energetic.
I think adrenaline is made from dopamine. Fuck, I think adrenaline is made from dopamine. I think that's how it goes.
Hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, interesting. I mean, they don't have to go together. Sometimes you can have like much higher adrenaline and the dopamine goes down, or sometimes you can have dopamine go up and adrenaline go down. Like, they don't necessarily go together, but um, like one is definitely made from the other, and I think it's adrenaline is made from dopamine. But
Hmm.
yeah, let's. I guess you probably have more information as we go.
Forest walk versus urban walk. This one is a forest, this one is a city.
Oh, wait, what's y-axis?
What?
NK cells.
NK activity and NK
Day one,
activity.
day seven. Damn, day seven. Even fucking day fucking 28. 30. Day fucking 30. What?
Day 30, yeah.
Day fucking 30.
And
Shit,
this one is
that's
a city.
amazing. Working equal. Damn. That's pretty amazing.
Same thing.
What is it? Let me see. What's the y-axis?
This one on the A, it's a forest, and B is like the city. You don't remember this one, like GRN, perforin, GRA, like they're like things that help your immune system function or like fight off viruses, infections. They're like elements uh, or whatnot that are associated with the immune system. I explained you what they are yesterday. Do you want me to go back to it?
No, no. What's the y-axis again? Like on the left, what does it say? The on the left, the y-axis.
The what?
Y-axis. Um,
White
those
axis?
words on the left. Y
What?
y-axis. The letter Y.
What? Where
You
is
know
the
the
Y?
letter Y.
Yeah, yeah, I know the letter Y. Where is it?
Do you know what the y-axis?
Y axis. No, no, no. What do you mean? Can you point it out for me?
Do you know? Do you know how in a graph you have two axes? That you have the axis going to the right and axis going up.
Yeah, yeah, yes.
Okay, so the axis that goes up is the y-axis, and the
Okay,
axis that
so it's
goes to
0
the
to
right
70.
is the x-axis. But what's the name of it?
Okay, positive rate in PVL percentage.
Positive rate in PVL.
Yeah.
Do you know what that is?
Um, I think it was um oh fuck, what was it? It was something like problem. No, no, no. I do not remember honestly, but I just know what this means. So like the GRN and perforin, GRA and GRB. I think that that was like the most important part.
We're not sure what that y-axis is on the first graph. As in, like, is it like immune system value, or we don't know at
All
all?
these four values are immune system values. Yes, I read you what each of them are, and all of them are
No, I
function.
mean, what's the name? Let me see. Let me try to like magnify it. Oh yeah, I can magnify it. Nope, I can't. Fuck. Can you magnify? Can you like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can magnify it. Yeah, I'll magnify it.
control plus the shit out of it?
Yeah, there they are.
Do it so that there's only one. Do it so that only one graph is on the screen, like big enough that it's just one graph. Yeah, there you go. Oh, now I can see. Positive rate in PBL. PBL. Yeah, we don't know what PBL is, right?
No.
Okay. I mean, that graph is completely meaningless if we don't know, what's the y-axis.
Hold
Like,
on.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, huh. Okay, well, I did write down something about. Wait, well, let me check.
Do control F PBL if you think that it might be somewhere.
No, wait, 1 second. Let me try to check.
Oh yeah, I can see.
Okay,
Okay,
so
now let's see.
have you take a look at these graphs? Okay, so basically, in other words, a GRN and perforin GR and GRB is just basically like components of the immune system that fight off bad stuff, diseases, infections, viruses, whatnot. And this top one, it's the forest. And the bottom one, like A is forest, bottom one is city, and they're higher in the forest. You see? Can
Hang
you
on.
hear? And this one is day before. This day is day one. This one is day two. This one is day three, day four, and overall they're higher in the forest chart.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got it.
Is paracetam addictive? No, in several studies it says that it's not addictive. It is not addictive, well tolerated, and it has been researched
Wait, wait,
for a
wait,
long time. What?
wait. I think I was asking to get more studies on forest bathing.
I have more.
Oh, I mean, we should put that, like right after this, like since like we can stay on the same topic.
Okay.
You think you
Okay.
think you
Yeah.
can
For
jump
it.
around like
Yeah.
that?
Not bad.
Okay.
Forest bathing studies. The study cites the study cites were 57 forests and 57 forests and 57 urban areas across Japan, and they choose urban sites where downtown around downtown and nearby Japan railway station. Although 684 young Japanese male university students participated in the experiment, only 625 subjects with complete data for both an urban and forest sites were included in the analysis. The demographic parameters of the subjects are shown in the table. Metrics. This study measured heart rate variability using, by the way, when I'm gonna be saying like HRV, it's gonna be heart rate variability, okay? Do you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, what
Do you hear me?
HRV is? What does HRV stands
Heart
for?
rate, heart rate variability.
Yes. Using a portable
Got it.
electrocardiograph and conducted spectral analysis of HRV for 15-minute recordings, the study used the maximum entropy method to calculate high frequency, or HF will be high frequency, and low frequency, LF components, and then calculated the natural algorithms of the HRV indices, natural logarithm of the HF component, natural logarithm of the LF and HF ratio. To account the skewed distributions, HRV was measured during spontaneous breathing and paced breathing was not applied. The subjects were instructed to avoid irregular breathing during the measurements. A previous study has reported that paced breathing has a negligible,
Negligible.
negligible
Negligible.
effect on
Yeah.
inter-individual variations in the spectral components of HRV. Experimental design. The experiment was performed at each experimental site over 2 consecutive days before the experiment. The aim of the study and the experimental protocol was explained, and general instructions were provided to the subjects. The subjects ate lunch between 11:30 and 12:30, and the measurements were conducted between 1:30 and 3:30. All subjects were non-smokers. Alcohol intake and unusual physical activity on the day before the measurement were forbidden. The subjects at each site
I
were
didn't get it.
oh,
I didn't understand the. Can you explain to me in your own words what was the experiment set up?
so pretty much, they had like 625 subjects, right? And
Oh wow. Okay.
they were university students, and they ate lunch at around 1. They ate lunch between 11:30 and 12:30. uh and the measurements, when they checked on like their breathing and stuff like that, or their measurements were conducted around 1:30 and like 3:30, and all of those people were non-smokers, and they told them not to drink alcohol or do unusual physical activity before the measurements. And the measurements were like, uh their pace of breathing and stuff like
No,
that.
I mean I feel like you said a whole bunch of stuff before that. That's really what I missed.
Which what are you talking about?
About something about forests and urban areas.
Okay. This study measured heart rate variability (HRV) using a portable electrocardiograph and conducted spectral analysis of HRV for 15-minute recordings. The study used the maximum entropy method to calculate high frequency and low frequency components. Like so, they were measuring, like the frequency of the heart, when it had low and high frequency, and then they calculated the natural logarithms of HRV, or um, fucking heart rate variability.
I
And
mean, I feel like you've said something about forests and urban areas.
okay, okay. So basically, they
Do you not
picked
remember?
50. Yeah, yeah, yes, they picked 57 forests and 57 urban areas where they were gonna like test out the study.
And what was their idea? Like, or we haven't covered that. Like, they're gonna put those people in the forest, or
Like it's about walks, like urban and forest walks, and how it compares to each other. That's basically the thing.
is that something you're still gonna be talking about, or did you
Yes.
already say that?
No. I
Okay,
was just
okay,
talking about the metrics.
okay. Yeah, I heard something about the forest and urban, and I was like, okay, I didn't catch that. Then that's what I
Okay.
was hoping to hear. Yeah.
Okay. It's
Okay.
fine. The subjects at each site were randomly divided into two groups, another of exposure to the experimental condition, urban or forest, differed among the two groups. One group was exposed to the forest side prior to the urban side, and the other group followed the reverse order. All subjects remained in a waiting room before moving to the field side. All subjects were instructed to rest on a chair for 5 minutes, which mitigated the physiological effects of any possible physical activity before measurement period. HRV measurements were obtained during the 15-minute when the subjects viewed the landscape. On the second day, the subjects switched the field sites. The experimental protocol on the second day was the same as that on the first day. Among the experiments at 57 sites, the experimental design used a 44 site was the stay in the forest therapy design, where arrangements were made for all subjects to reside in a hotel with identical single rooms. At the remaining
What
13
the
sites,
fuck?
at the remaining 13 sites,
Damn.
the experimental design of 1 day forest therapy was used, where the subjects were allowed to return home after the first day. To reduce inconvenience to subjects and to limit research expenses, we switched to the simplified experimental design of 1 day forest therapy. And the results, the study analyzed individual variation in automatic responses to urban and environmental HRV was measured using a portable electrocardiograph and the natural logarithms of the HRV indices. um, so high frequency and low frequency were calculated. The results showed the mean of high frequency value was higher in forest environments, suggesting activation of the parasym para wait parasympathetic
Parasympathetic.
function. Almost identical distribution curves were observed in both urban and forest environments, with 79.2% of subjects exhibiting increase in high frequency in forest environments. And then I wrote down like what is parasympathetic function. The parasympathetic nervous system is one of the branches of the autonomic nervous system, which regulates various automatic bodily functions such as heart rate, digestion, and respiratory rate. The parasympathetic nervous system is responsible for slowing down the heart rate and promoting digestive and restorative process. Sorry, I burped. It is often referred as the. Oh wait, before I continue, did you get your pizza?
Sort of. I'm looking for one right now. I might get it at this. Oh, there's a Little Caesar. Oh, Walmart. Let me see how late they're open. They're open pretty late.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, I'll just drive to this one. Yeah, I found one on the way. I'm just gonna set my GPS to it.
How far
Yeah,
away
that's
is it?
that's exactly what I was looking. Just 10 miles or 20
Okay.
20 miles down the road. Yeah.
Okay. It is often referred to as the rest and digest system, as it promotes relaxation and recovery. In terms of heart rate variability (HRV), the parasympathetic nervous system activity is affected in the high frequency components of HRV. When the parasympathetic nervous system is activated, it causes an increase of high frequency power, which is considered a sign of better cardiovascular health. Therefore, measuring parasympathetic function through HRV can provide valuable information about the state of autonomic nervous system and overall health.
Wait, question. Can you look back? What was there a big did they show adrenaline on day 30 versus day 1 in that the first forest study?
Okay.
Was there was can you see if there was a chart for day 30 versus day 1 adrenaline?
In the charts, sorry, look, I'm pretty sure this was the only one, but I can look again. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be there, but
Or
it was only like,
was it just the day before on a day and day
yeah,
after?
yeah, before day one and day two.
I wonder. Okay, that's so freaking interesting.
Okay, and these are like some charts, uh, of of
I'm not I don't have the share screen. I'm not looking at the phone right now.
oh, but I'm screen sharing, right?
Are you? Okay. No, I just I was at a truck stop looking at the pizza places, and then now I'm like making all the turns.
Uh,
But yeah, you can just tell me.
okay. So basically, um, the results in what was I gonna say, high frequency and low frequency, in the fucking what is it called, in the left are the urban ones, the ones in the middle are the green ones, and they have a lower value in like the forest ones, which indicates suppression of the sympathetic function. And in the comparison, it showed like almost symmetrical distributions in the difference between urban and forest environments. And 63.5 percentage of the subjects exhibited increase in low frequency, high frequency in forest environments, basically. Um,
Um, what was the study design? Was it like I didn't catch it. Like, did they have them walk in the forest or just sit in the forest?
uh, yeah, it was like walks on the forest.
Okay, so they would have them come to the forest, sit for like
They they
how many
they
minutes?
they fucking switched them places. Like they tested them for like walking on the city, on the forest, for 15
And
minutes,
then
I
they
believe.
switch them.
Yeah, yeah.
50. Okay. Uh, okay, and then how long did they follow them for? Like, was it just like they tested their values like the next day,
Um,
or like immediately after?
Let me check.
Like the first study was like they checked them up to 30 days after. So what was the longest time they checked these people?
Days wise, I do not have a clue. Yeah, I did not write that
Okay.
down. I could check if there is any information about how
Yeah,
many
for sure.
days
I mean
showed.
yeah, like that's uh, important to know is how like at what point did they check that effect of the forest, like immediately after, or like 10 days after, or like 1 day after?
How many days? Okay, I wrote it down. Um, in another one, what I was gonna say? Um, we have another chart here. In summary, approximately 80% of subjects showed an increase in parasympathetic activity in forest environments, whereas the remaining subjects exhibited a negative effect on forest environments. The mean high frequency in urban and forest environments was 5.54 and 6.02, and therefore the change was approximately 9%. The difference in the mean values was statistically significant. The difference appeared marginal. On the other hand, the ratio of positive and negative responders, 80 to 20, was more a conclusive result as compared with the changes in mean values. Similar results were obtained for the sympathetic indicator. Histograms are considered to be, the
Did
most.
they
Huh?
did they have a control group?
No, I think that they just made them wild, both sides and see
So
how they react. Yeah, yeah,
everybody had to walk, right?
yep. Basically,
Okay. And and uh, so you said that walking in a forest improved their HRV by about 10%.
wait. Sorry, I was spacing out reading something about this. What do you say?
So you said that walking in a forest improved their HRV by 10% about.
Uh, oh fuck, 10 percentage.
I thought
Uh,
you just said nine point something percent.
9%. Yeah, 9%, but not 10.
I mean about 10%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but the people who walked in the city didn't have an improvement in HRV.
Um, Summary in the main, respectively, the change was approximately 90 percentage, was significantly. I mean, I guess so, but they okay. If we look at the graphs, they had an improvement, but not as valuable as the forest one. Like looking at
Did they
the
say like how many percent or no?
uh the mean in the urban one was 5.54, and the forest one was 6.02. So yeah, it had, I guess, improvement per se, but not as good as the forest one. And
I mean,
the change was 9%, 10%, like the difference, I guess.
oh, you just because you said 5% and then 6%.
No, no, no. I said
So
5.54 and 6.02, the mean, not percentage.
okay, so in the urban one it was like 5% improvement, and in the forest one it was like 10%.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, Yeah. Okay.
The
Gotcha.
study found that slower respiratory rate can produce a larger high frequency power in the HRV spectrum. An increased high frequency in forest environment might relate to slower and deeper respiration. However, the study also found changes in respiratory were not considered a major cause in high frequency in a forest environment. And the study suggests that the difference in air pollution between urban and forest environments might be an explanation for those results.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Just yes, you're. I'll be interested to know like at what point did they check the HRV?
Yeah, okay. Um, Participants, 95 healthy elder adults. They were, approximately aged like 69. And the intervention was participants were randomly assigned to either forest bathing group or a control group. The forest bathing group participated in a 2.5-hour forest bathing program, while the control group participated in a 2.5-hour urban walk program. The forest bathing program consisted of a leisurely walk in a forest area guided by a certified forest therapy guide with a focus on using senses to engage with natural environment. The urban walking program consisted of a 2.5-hour walk in a urban area. Uh, and the outcome measures
Wait. 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 So the forest group
had a
was in
guide.
a group. Like
Yeah,
when they walked, they were like in a group,
yeah,
like
and they
kind of
had a guide.
socializing, and the city group just walked by themselves,
Uh,
like
I
without
mean,
not socializing with anybody, more
I
or
think they
less.
walk in a I think they walk in a group, but not with a guide. Just walking, chilling.
Okay, but they still walk together the same as they walk together in the
Yeah, I believe
forest.
so.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say because the social aspect here would be pretty big difference. Somebody is alone versus somebody in a group. Like I said, like I feel a big difference on
Yeah,
myself.
the
But
forest
okay,
bathing
okay,
group had
then at least that's
significant
the same.
improvements in the forest bathing group had a significant improvement in cognitive function compared to the control group. Specifically, they showed improvement in the digit span test, and the p-value was lesser than 0.05. Um, Trail making test, the p-value was less than 0.05, and strobe test with the p-value of less than 0.05. There was no significant difference between the group in the Ray Osterrich complex figures test. In addition, the forest bathing group had a significant decrease in pulse rate and ciliary
What?
what?
What about the pulse rate?
Um, the forest bathing group has a significant decrease in pulse rate, and the p-value was
Okay.
less than 0.001, and salivary cortisol levels with a p-value of like lesser than 0.05, indicating the relaxation response. There was no significant different blood pressure between the groups. Pulse rate: the forest bathing groups showed a significant decrease in pulse rate after the intervention compared to the control group. The mean pulse rate for the forest bathing group decreased from 70.2 to 66.4 beats per minute, while the mean pulse rate for the control group increased from 70.1 to 71.5 beats per minute. You suggested forest bathing
Wait,
might have
what?
a yeah. You suggested forest bathing might have a relaxing effect on the body, reducing psychological stress and promoting sense of calmness. The control group did
Can you
not.
repeat that
Okay. The forest bathing group
on the heart? Yeah.
The forest bathing group showed a significant decrease in pulse rate after intervention compared to the control group. The mean pulse rate for the forest bathing group decreased from 70.2 to 66.4 beats per minute, while the mean pulse rate for the control group increased from 70.1 to 71.5 beats per minute. This suggests that forest bathing might have a relaxing effect on the body, reducing psychological stress and promoting sense of calmness. The control group did not show significant change in pulse rate after their urban walking program. Salivary, salivary cortisol levels. Cortisol is a hormone that is released by the body in response to stress. The forest bathing group showed a significant decrease in salivary cortisol levels after the intervention compared to the control group. The mean salivary level for the forest bathing group decreased from 0.203 to 0.174 micrograms per deciliter, while the mean salivary cortisol level for the control group increased from 0.195 to 0.211, which is like the people that were walking on the city, micrograms per deciliter.
Well, wait. Can you check on something? Can you check? Let's see. What? Uh. Uh. Can you see when did they walk? Was it like spring, autumn, summer, winter?
Bro, I will have to go through like a lot of fucking uh
Okay.
that like
Uh,
I'll write it
okay.
down.
Yeah. Let's check it for next time. What season or what month they did it, and also or season, and also when like when is the pollen season in Japan? To see like like when did they walk in the forest in relationship to the pollen season?
Okay. Wait, the what season? Wait, what season did the other people walk in? Okay, what's the second question? I
Pollen,
was writing it. Poland? Pollen.
pollen.
Okay.
Yeah, pollen. Uh,
When is it?
you know what it is?
Yeah, I know it's pollen. Tell me about it. I'm
Yeah.
allergic to pollen. A bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyways,
Exactly
so
that.
so when is the pollen season where? In what part of the world?
Japan.
Okay.
And like because this study was in Japan, right?
I don't remember what it
Or no?
was. I don't remember what it was.
Okay.
I'll check it
Okay,
out.
when is the pollen yeah, when is the pollen season in the country that the study was in? And like when those people did their forest bathing in relationship to that pollen season?
Okay.
Like was it during pollen season, outside of it? Like
Okay.
how much of pollen did they, breathe in doing it?
Okay. Yeah, and like on regards to paracetam, I did not find anything related to studies about being addictive. But yeah, I'm gonna have to look at studies of how does it helps with addictions of like other substances, because I thought that what you meant was like it's fucking paracetam addictive, and all the studies that I read basically said like nope.
I mean, that's still nice to know, I suppose.
Yeah, and in the what was I gonna say? I'm gonna finish this podcast. Why vegetable pizzas are healthy? Nutrient dense vegetables have a lot of essential vitamins, minerals, and fiber that are vital for good health. By adding a variety of vegetables to a pizza, you can increase the nutrient density of the meal without adding extra calories. uh, Lowering calories and fats. Vegetables are naturally low in calories and fat, which means that the pizza that contains vegetables is likely to be lower in calories, fat, um, and fat than a meal or a cheese pizza. Than meat or cheese pizza. Sorry. Fiber-rich vegetables are high in fiber, which helps you keep in helps you keep feeling full and satisfied for longer periods. A pizza with high fiber content can help you reduce overall calorie intake and promote healthy digestion. Antioxidant rich.
Okay.
Many vegetables are high in antioxidants, which can help to protect the body against oxidative stress and inflammation. This can be beneficial for overall health and can help to reduce the risk of chronic disease. Um, well, we already went through like the beta one, so I guess it's not necessary to talk about that. And you already know I just did the distribution formula, the X critical formula. I got the values and everything, and we came up with the t value of like negative 4.779. Somehow it seems like the elixir of foods. Literally everyone should eat
I mean, it's
fucking
only a
10.
few points.
Yeah, I'm jokingly
It's only a
saying
few.
it. I'm
Yeah,
jokingly saying it.
yeah.
It's five samples only, your units.
Right.
Yeah, number of samples
Samples.
is five, and yeah, here we have like our a null hypothesis if it's greater than or I mean lesser than or equal to negative 0.93 or like 193. It's on the confidence level, and the alternative one if it's we got an alpha of 0.45, and the alternative hypothesis will be um, that it's greater than less than 0.193. And like let's say that we were using like the null hypothesis, but we should be using the alternative hypothesis. What is it called? Um,
Oh yeah, you
standard
can
curve.
you can share a screen if you want to now. I can
Standard
look
curve.
at the share screen.
Okay. So, for example, in this case, if you were using the alternative hypothesis, and in reality, that should be like the hypothesis that it should be supported, right? And we end up failing to reject the null, we will be committing a type 2 error. Okay, now onto the yogurt. Why is yogurt healthy? Probiotics. Yogurt is rich in probiotics, which are beneficial bacteria that help maintain healthy gut microbiome. These bacteria can improve digestion and boost immune system. Nutrients. Yogurt is a good source of several essential nutrients, including calcium, vitamin D, and protein. Calcium and vitamin D are important for bone health, while protein is important for building and repairing tissues in the body. Low in fat. Many types of yogurt are low in fat, which can help reduce the risk of heart disease and other health problems. Additionally, some research suggests that consuming low fat dairy products may be associated with lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Null population mean. Um, The null population mean refers to the theoretical value representing the average or mean value of a specific variable in the population, assuming that there is no true difference or effect between different groups or conditions being compared. The null population mean is often used in hypothesis testing, where a researcher wants to test whether a particular group or condition differs from the overall population in some variable of interest. The null hypothesis typically assumes that there is no difference between the group and the population. The null population mean represents the expected value of the variable in question under the assumption. For example, if a group of researchers is interested in whether a new supplement reduces blood pressure compared to a placebo, they may collect data on blood pressure levels in both groups and compare the means. The null population mean in this case will represent the expected average blood pressure level in the population, assuming that the supplement has no effect. If the same mean in the medication or supplement group is significantly different from the null population mean, the researchers might reject the null hypothesis and conclude that the supplement does not have an effect on blood pressure. Why the fuck did I type supplement and medication? confuse myself. In some parts
I
of
don't know.
it, I type
I missed
supplement.
it.
Okay, well, so basically, while I was typing it, I was making medication supplement, and I ended up typing like both. Okay, my bad. In
You like to mix them. Did you write? Did you type Meji supplement or something?
no, no,
You like to
it
mix
should
the
be
words together.
it should be a new word, medi supplement. Okay, alternative population mean
Med
the
med 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 sup.
MedSup. The alternative population mean refers to a theoretical value representing the average or mean value of a specific variable in a population, assuming that there is a true difference or effect between different groups or conditions being compared. The alternative population mean is often used in hypothesis testing, where a research wants to test whether a particular group or condition differs from the overall population on some variable of interest. The alternative hypothesis typically used to represent the opposite of the null hypothesis, assuming that there is some difference between the group and the population, and the alternative population mean represents the expected value of the variable in question under this assumption. For example, if a researcher is interested in whether a new supplement reduces insulin levels compared to a placebo, they might collect data on insulin levels in both groups and compare the means. The alternative population mean in this case will represent the expected average insulin levels in the population, assuming that the medication does have an effect. If the simple sample mean in the supplement group is significantly different from the alternative population mean, the researcher might conclude that the medication does have an effect on insulin levels. Um, okay, and here we got yogurt. Same example as the previous one. It turns out yogurt is very healthy with 13 samples, by the way. Somehow it's very healthy. And same thing, for example, if we ended up uh, following the null hypothesis that uh, it's on the confidence level, and it means you should accept it, fail to reject the null hypothesis, but in the alternative one, right? It's in the alpha zone, and you're meant to reject it, and then we commit a type 2 error, which is we will fail to reject the null hypothesis. We will be committing a type 2 error. And same example here for like lime beer. If basically it came out for your values, by the way, like like 4 days forwards average, including the day you drank, and previous 4 days you didn't drink. The value was negative 1.407, by the way. And if you use like single
Mm.
digits, it's negative 0.129.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that? What do you think is
Wait,
more valuable point?
minus 1.4
Okay, so this one,
because
yeah, this one is your
it takes
value.
into effect more longer term because I think maybe like maybe that like relaxing from alcohol like reduces your stress for the next few days maybe. I mean, completely random thought,
Although in like
whatever.
what I was gonna say, but yeah, overall it's like the same example here. For example, if we accepted the null, but in the alternative
Or
one,
like
uh-huh.
if beer like messes you up, like I feel like you'll still feel the effect even 4 days after it as well.
Although, do you have like time to like just check at your data really quick, like just take a look really quick, and
No, you have the alcohol data. You have the notebook with where we did 4 days of alcohol.
yeah,
We
yeah,
and we separate them by beer versus wine. But like there is also the very first graph is all points. Any alcohol,
yeah. Of course,
and
it's
then you
like
can
all
see the
beers.
effect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But like considering like if we're focusing only on like one particular beer, which will be like lime beer, um, uh, it's what I was like talking about with you. I'm gonna stop with the statistics one and open it and show you what I mean. Okay, so can you hear me?
Yeah.
So for example, like um, oh, let me pause
You
it.
wanna share?
Okay, so you see like here, right? Like you see like here is the lime one, right? You see?
Mm-hmm.
You see my cursor? The lime one.
Yep, yep, yep.
Wait, also, are you eating pizza right now?
Mm-hmm.
Scrumptious. Take a picture of the
Mm-hmm.
pizza if you can. I would like to see it on or the last the last slice at least. I want to see how it looks.
Okay, okay, okay.
Uh,
Will do.
but for example, like you see these days, right? Okay, this one is the lime one, but here you drank, and it was like very fucking. Your health index was very dilapidated, you know. And then you stopped
Mm-hmm.
drinking here. Somehow it went back to normal, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You took like a break of drinking, normal, normal, normal. Then here you fucking drink, boom, back to the fucking high unhealthy numbers. You see that?
Yep, yep.
Or I have no clue what affected your health so badly in those days. So, like this one, this one, this one, this one. But
I
in
mean, it might have also not been related.
to drinking,
Well, I don't know. It's hard to say. Yeah, it probably was related to drinking. Yeah, because like if I wasn't drinking, I probably would have wanted to sleep earlier.
yeah, huh? But yeah, I don't know. This would like cause me a little bit curious in regards to like this area. Like,
Yeah.
and in the other one seems like it's kind of in the middle. Like, and you were drinking. I don't know. It's fucking weird with drinking. You know, maybe
I mean,
this.
if you wanna open the alcohol notebook, I think one of the graphs there was like drinking like one beer versus more than one beer.
Uh,
Because there's quite a bit of difference between them here. Like sometimes, like I would drink fucking 8 or like 12 beers, and sometimes I would just drink one beer, and I feel like that could be a difference.
uh, can we check that tomorrow? Like I
Yeah,
just,
that's fine.
yeah, yeah. I just wanna like chill right now in a bit rather than
Yeah,
like going through all the data and stuff. But yeah,
yeah, that's cool.
okay, I'm gonna finish it.